Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Astronauts taking on the #1 team in the land, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Astronauts will be in a hole thanks to that short return. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He'll ride his man on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Goes to the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? On the option. He'll keep it himself. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Astronauts will punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Owls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Trying play action. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. They'll try it over the left side. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Now rolling to the left. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The short hands, it's York. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This offense has a second down play. Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A third and long coming up here. They'll go to the air. Feelings. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll run the option. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. They'll go to the counter. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Using his feet. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Astronauts will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on 1st down. Rifles it down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. 2nd down after that incompletion. The give to the tailback. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. The option look. He'll pitch it. Quick spin on the ride. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. To the air, it's Fisher. He's got his man. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the field goal caps off this first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. On first down, here comes this offense. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. On the option. Now the pitch. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Snagged in the middle. It's O'Neal. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. On the option. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Now on the option. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Now on the move. And the Astronauts will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 2nd down. A designed run for the quarterback. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
The Astronauts line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploit them.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They're going to run it to the right. At the 45, on his way. Off he goes. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And once he got loose, it was all over. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is.
He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over the Royals. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Astronauts will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's loose down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Owls!
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It has not taken these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here comes the option. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Oh, it's a fumble. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. To the air, it's Fisher. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. 1st down here for the offense. wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Astronauts will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch just inside the 40. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Kennesaw. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
And the Astronauts will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Finds a man by himself. Nothing but green ahead. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll go to the fullback. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Ball's at the 15 on second down, and they need 9. He'll ride his man on the option. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Astronauts will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Now they'll run it to the right here. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Fisher. Gets open down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! And the pummeling has started.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wyoming is ahead in this one, but there's still time on the clock. And unless Josh Allen puts on that Pokes uniform again, this could stay tight. They're up by 13 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The play-action fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the Astronauts send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They want to run it left here. Keeps the legs moving. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And the route is on. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Running back goes in motion. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quick strike complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. The Astronauts will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Option look. It's Fisher. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. Goes to the option. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the punishment has been extended.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. On the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. He kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The back goes in motion. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Astronauts will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back on the move. Nifty little dance step. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Owls! And the stomping has commenced.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They want to throw it. Finds the tight end. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. On the run, fires downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He now has 80 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The option look. Shakes off the tackler. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll keep it himself. That's the 20. He's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up by 35 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's going to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on their quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
The Astronauts decide to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll look it in inside his 40. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to.
You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls! And the pummeling has started.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wide out in motion. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Swartz.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Owls! And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out. They can start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
They're trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And the Astronauts will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Might as well give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late the season.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way, making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. So Kennesaw State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
Yeah, and I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Let's see what they've got on second down. Scanning the field, it's Fisher. He makes the connection, and he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On the option, the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some...
The expressway is wide open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships.
And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking for a man. It's Walters. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over LSU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. Quick toss. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Now on the option. Now the toss. At the 40, there he goes. And he's running in the open. Inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with some swag and some speed with a 73-yarder for the score. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Yeah, And that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Walters coming after him. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He tries to take the top off. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Line gets set, 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Handoff from the shotgun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown Owls.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Walters. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it. Soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays.
Kennesaw State, 14, Georgia, 10.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Movement here from the tight end. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's
quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
the name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
This is a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Walters. Getting some heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. A new set of downs after the completion. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Use the play fake, now to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. On second down, he'll fire. Using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Dropping back, it's Fisher. Get it out on the screen. And into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Kennesaw State has a chance now on first and goal. He'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got it set up on the outside. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He'll keep it himself. Not only the 4th and goal stop, but they get him in the backfield at the 4-yard line. On the ground with the counter. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The give to the back. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Kennesaw. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Nah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Looking to throw, it's Fisher. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Going to try to pop one on the screen. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Kennesaw State right back to work. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like...
Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 20. Touchdown, Owls. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 11 over the Astronauts.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air, it's Walters. Dumps it off in the flats. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Moving out of the pocket. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Off play action on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good, solid tackle. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass, it's Fisher. Got his man quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Here comes the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Quarterback on the keeper. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reading the option, it's Fisher. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've been running it, but now the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. A little screen to the running back. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead's extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Afterburner's coming. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll go to the ground. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Walters. Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll run for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw. He caught it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Kennesaw State, 31. Georgia, 17.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Fisher. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wiggles free. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He lets one fly deep. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Offense set on 1st down. He'll ride his man on the outside. Are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll run the screen. Nice move there. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Give to the running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running back searching for a hole. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Fisher. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Kennesaw State 31, Georgia 17.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
It's complete on the right side. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it. He lobs one high down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.